and thank you for coming to be part of this incredibly exciting event today. Today, we unveil our statewide protocol in response to the commercial sexual exploitation of our children. According to the National Center on Missing and Exploited Children, there are currently between 100 and 300,000 children being sold for sex in the United States. Commercial sexual exploitation is a $99 billion a year industry. And just to put that in perspective, Apple, a company that reports higher annual profits than any other Fortune 500 company, had net earnings of $39.5 billion last year. 39.5 versus 99. Estimates are that a child sex trafficker can make $650,000 a year exploiting 4 children. In Rhode Island, we are now getting a realistic picture of this problem. In the last few months, since rolling out our CSEC program, our team has had over 30 victim referrals, averaging 15 years old. They are girls, boys, transgender youth. They are our kids, and they are in every community in Rhode Island. Today, we begin a call to action to bring an end to this epidemic. These protocols represent so much more than the document you're holding today. They are a guide for everyone. For law enforcement, educators, child protection, health professionals, they are a guide for what to look for, what questions to ask, who to call, and how to help. There are so many people involved with getting us to today. Most importantly, the amazing members of the Rhode Island Human Trafficking Task Force, who, for the past 2 years, have been the most dedicated, productive, collaborative group you could ever work with, representing child protection, law enforcement, human services, prosecution, advocacy, medical. Can I ask all of the task force members who are here to stand and be recognized? So before I introduce our speakers, there are some guests I'd like to acknowledge. And these individuals are being acknowledged because they've also played a role in addressing this issue, providing leadership, dedicating staff, and really getting in the trenches with all of us to move this issue forward. Retired Chief Justice of the Rhode Island Family Court, Langhamerr Bedrosian. I believe she's here. 2 years ago, Judge Bedrosian hosted, I think, one of the largest conferences ever in the state of Rhode Island, and it was during a snowstorm, if I recall, 2 days. And it was an amazing conference on exactly this topic, commercial sexual exploitation of children. Judge Bedrosian had the experts in New England and beyond, and we spent 2 days really steeped in all that there was at that time to learn about sex trafficking. And it was phenomenal. It gave a real boost to the task force, and we are forever grateful for your leadership in providing that forum for all of us. I'd also like to welcome Acting Chief Judge of the Rhode Island Family Court, Michael Fort, who's here with us today. First Assistant U.S. Attorney Stephen Dambrook, and representing the U.S. Attorney's Office, who have dedicated countless hours and staff to working on this initiative. Jamie McDonald, Chief Strategy Officer for the Executive Office of Health and Human Services. You got to do something about that title. That's who oversees DCYF and has provided the same kind of support with staff and countless hours, energy, and working toward developing where we are today. Rhode Island State Police Detective Heather Donahue. Where are you, Heather? Representing the state police, who again have also been so hard at work with us. Commander Thomas Oates, Deputy Chief, Providence Police. representing so many law enforcement members of Providence Police Department who have really, we could not have accomplished this without your dedication and your team. Susan Goldfarb and Beth Bouchard, are you here? No? I'll just acknowledge them. They were to be here. They come from the Suffolk County Children's Advocacy Center, and they were our mentors. We used them. They were our consultants. As we developed this process, we could not have stayed on task without them. Wouldn't you all agree? I think that's, yeah. And also our funders. Some of you are here today, but I don't want to leave anyone out. Rhode Island Foundation, the State of Rhode Island, Victims of Crime Act, and private donors. You know who you are. And again, we couldn't do it without you. I'd also like to welcome, and I hope I don't leave anyone out, Rep. Mia Ackerman is here, Representative Doreen Costa, and I'm sorry? Rep. Clancy. Welcome. Okay. So today, you will hear from Governor Gina Raimondo, Senator Teresa Paiva-Weed, Dr. Christine Barron from the Aubin Center at Hasbro Hospital, Children's Hospital, and Danielle Obenhaus, trafficking survivor and mentor coordinator at Day One. I just love saying that. So great that we have you now. We just heard that Attorney General Peter Kilmartin and Speaker Nicholas Mattiello were called out at the last minute. They were scheduled to be here to address you and are very committed to this issue as well. So, before she was elected, Governor Raimondo met with staff at Day One and expressed her commitment to addressing the issue of sex trafficking. I know it's an issue she cares deeply about, and we look forward to her continued leadership as we move forward to address the policy and legislative changes that are needed, and I know the governor is very committed to that initiative. It's my honor to introduce Governor Gina Raimondo.